So, hello, fellow coin collectors, and it is a pleasure to bring you some more coins from South Vietnam. So, South Vietnam used to be a country, and it no longer is. It's just part of Vietnam now. And these have a lot of coins that have been issued. They're the most common Vietnamese coins that you will find. The North Vietnamese 1958 pretty hard to get, as well as the South Vietnamese 1975, a bit hard to get. The 1976 United coins, which were introduced in 1978. To get a whole set together is a bit hard, but the individual coins themselves are not too hard. They're a bit expensive, but these ones are the cheaper ones to get. So in the 60s, they issued these coins. So we have the 1 dong, the 5 dong, 10 and 20 dong. So the 1 dong was first issued 1960. This is 1971, the last issue. 5 dong is issued in 1966. And there's only two dates, 66 and 71. 71's harder to get. It's about 15 million. This one is like 100 million. 10 dong was issued in 1974. So it's a copper nickel. Then you got 68, 70. So these are nickel plated steel. And then you got the brush plated steel 1974. This is the last coin issued by South Vietnam. Then we have the 1968 20 dong. And you can see someone's put a hole in them. So, quite nice. I just love these coins. These used to be expensive, about $15 to $20, but they have come down to, about $5 each. And you can, I'll show you an analysis, a comparison, should I say. You can see the 12-sided 50-cent coin from Australia. Duh, you're in Australia. And the 1968 is the same shape. So Australia is not the only country that issued the 12-sided coin. Fiji also issued it, as well as Zambia. So Zambia issued it 1969 as well. So along with Australia. Australia is the only coin that still uses it. The other coins have been discontinued. And if you look at the shape, so our 50-cent coin is basically based on the South Vietnamese shape. So maybe that's where they got the idea from. But I'm not too sure where these coins are minted. Could be a European mint. The nickel plated steel, which I don't know if the Royal Australian Mint at the time could have produced such a coin with the technology that you would have needed to use. So here I'm pretty much a South Vietnamese coin hoarder. So I've got these are the 1975 self-issue issued by the communists. A bit harder to get than these ones. Here's the 52. So this is the 1960 and 63 issue for the dictator. Oh, DMPN. I can't remember his name. DM? Dictator DM. So this one's in pretty good, and it's in a plastic cover. And it's aluminium. Large coin. So then we have some. So I got quite a few 1966 5 dongs. And let's see if I can just tip them all out. And I'll sort them out on screen. So, I can't zoom out because I'm not even zoomed in. So we've got a lot of coins I've got. So I've got some 20 dong, more 10 dong, 10 dong. There is 2 coins I'm missing. From the South Vietnamese, the 1953 52 and the 1975 50 dong. But the 75 50 dong is pretty much you're not going to get it. Most of them are remelted, so it's highly unlikely you're going to get it. And here's the 20 cent from French Indochina. This is from 1941. We also have the 10 cent, 1941. So that is a higher grade 1 dong from 1960. Had a mintage of 105 million, so now you know why they're not too hard to get, because the mintage is quite high. So let's stack them up and see what I have of the individual coins. Okay, 5 dong and another 20, some more 5s. Okay, got a hell of a lot of 1 dongs. Okay, 64. And a lot of the 1960 dongs are well circulated, so it is. Okay, there's the. So it's actually harder to get a pretty uncirculated coin of. There's the aluminium one. Have a look at that in a minute. 64. Yeah, so why do I keep these? I don't know. I'm just interested in the actual country, South Vietnam. Maybe it's because of Australia's involvement in it. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the whole West communist that conflict that's going on really hasn't stopped. It sort of petered down in the 1990s. 2000s it started to take off again. And here we have the 5 dong from 1975. Nan Han, Vietnam. And that just means the Bank of Vietnam. And here's the 1976 United issue. So, as you can see, I have quite a lot. And I've just got these mostly over the last 2 years. So, the reverse of these has the rice plant. Okay, I think I have sorted most of them out. So I've only got 2 of these. I'm probably going to resell some of these. So the ones in lower condition, a bit of ones to go. And this one says probably grow more food. There's a rice field, 1974. These are only in circulation for about 1.5 to 2 years before they're replaced by the South Vietnamese. And these 1970 nickel plated steel, you can see the steel is turning black. So steel is mainly just iron. Iron corrodes pretty easily. So that's why they're in bad condition. And that one is 64. And it's also 64. And focus. So you can see the iron there. So this is 68. These are in better condition. And then we have a lot of 1964. So you can see there is no black on them. So these are all copper nickel coins. So this just says Vietnam Republic, 10 dong. And it has rice in the back. So that's nice. Quite like those coins. Then we have all the 5 dong. So it says Vietnam Republic there. 9 here just says National Bank of Vietnam. So 64. I like these because of the shape. I did used to have one at a golf, my uncle who went to Vietnam, but I think I lost that one. So that was in the late 1997, so about 25 years ago. And this one's in better condition, 66. And in 1971 is a nickel plated steel, so it is, if you look on the side, should be black, but these ones are not. As you can see, I've got quite a few of these in this condition. So probably about in higher condition, probably about $5 to $10. In lower condition, probably about $4 or $5. Okay, you can see the wear on the actual coin. So these high points would wear more than the indenture. So we have two types of 20 dong. On this side, it's the same, just as Republic of Vietnam. So this is the commemorative for Grow More Food, the FAO issue, 500,000 of those. And this one just says the National Bank of Vietnam. This one has about 14.5 million. And the mintage is actually quite low because the population of Vietnam is about 20 million at the time, 20 million. So 15 million coins all up wouldn't have been enough to satisfy the market. So the banknote would have circulated concurrently with these coins up until 1975. Unless the mintage figures are wrong and they actually minted more coins. So this one's between $5 and $10 each. And if you look on some of them, you can see that there's a die crack on the M. And there should be a die crack on the other side as well somewhere. Not on all the coins. See, that one doesn't have a die crack. And steel is a bit hard to mint coins because it's quite strong. And so these have cracked the die somehow. Does this one have a die crack? Oh yeah. Looks like it has a die crack on the D. So that is, let's have a look at another D. No die crack. Yeah, there's a die crack on the D again. So if we zoom in, die crack on the D. Look at the farmer. No shoes. What's that? Oh, it's a female as well. And die crack. Oh, quite nice coins. So for these zoom ins, I just use my phone. I hasn't done the die crack there. So let's have a look at the last one. No die crack. And oh, it looks like it's got doubling on it. Woohoo! So when you use a phone, you can find details like this. So this looks like it has doubling. And if we turn it around the other side, yeah, it definitely got doubling on that side. So is it on all lettering? No. So maybe that's a die degradation. Let's have a look at that. Let's have doubling. So if we compare to both, so which okay, so look, chi, don't know, it's not da, don't know how to pronounce it. And you can see this coin is doubling, that coin doesn't, and doubling on the other coins. So just check all your coins for errors because you never know what you're going to find. But because these error coins have doubling, would they be worth a bit more? Yeah, probably. But, you know, there is no real demand for these South Vietnamese coins. Look at that, nice. Because, I don't know why. Maybe Vietnamese people would like it, but, no, not Australians. Okay, here's a 1953, 10 and 22. So I need the 50 of this issue. If you look, it has 3 females, probably from 3 different ethnic groups of Vietnam. And there's quite a few of those. So here's another one. So usually you buy them in this condition. It's a bit harder to get them in better condition. Okay, 53. And here we have a 1963, 52 in pretty good condition. So these probably, a lot of these probably were not issued for circulation and have just been sold off by the bank. Probably the communists sold them off later on just to make extra money. Look, this one also has a die crack around there. So you can see the die crack going around. So, yep, I've never actually seen these before in close up. And here we have the 1976, so 1, 2, 5, and 1 dong. So 1 dong equals 10 hao, 1 hao equals 10 su. So 1 dong equals 100 su. And if we look at the back, just as the coat of arms of Vietnam as it is now. So let's do one more. Let's see if we can find any die cracks or anything on these coins. So 64 is about 190 million minted. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's error coins that you can find. About the one. So you should actually be able to find these in pretty high grade, like this coin here. And no, maybe these are minted in Finland, which has a high standard on their coins. So no, don't see any errors on these 1964 coins. Because they're copper nickel, they're a bit softer than the steel plated coins. They put the nickel on it because the nickel is a bit softer metal. So when they stamp the coin, oh, look at that one, pretty well circulated. So when they stamp the coin, they can get a better quality than the just using steel. So this is the aluminium one. Aluminium's quite soft, and don't see any errors. So that's aluminium. Is it? Oh no, that's the steel one. The aluminium has the FAO script, and also the dating is a bit different as well. Goes around instead of being straight. Sorry, my mistake. And as you can see, the aluminium, these are soft, these are scratched, so I'm going to put that in the holder. Nickel plated steel. Yeah, these ones, while they are stronger, they do corrode on the side. So that's how most of these coins are going to end up. They're just going to corrode on the side. The nickel will corrode a lot slower than the actual, look at that, see? It's been damaged there and it's starting to corrode from that coin. Yeah, so the nickel will last longer than the iron. So when archaeologists find these coins, they'll probably find nickel residue. And I would say is that the coins will probably have a lot of gaps in between them, so they'll probably get lighter and probably easy to break as well, apart from now. So that's it, coins off South Vietnam. Quite a nice issue. I did make videos on these before. These are the 5 hao from the Communist North from 1946, is it? Yeah. And these are pretty poor quality because they're pretty much backyard mintage. So that was during the inflation period of 1940s. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my video. This is just another lesson to look for errors in your coins. Doesn't matter what country, what era, what time period, you can find them anyway. Thank you and goodbye.